with 55. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to Marcus Maven for going off the air 10 minutes early today so I could bring the show to you a little bit early today. It's a beautiful day outside. I appreciate y'all joining in with me, giving y'all 10 minutes of content like I do a couple times a week. We call it Live with 55 here, but appreciate y'all tuning in. Um, Big win. And we'll talk about this Thursday night. Don't forget Thursday night, 7:30. It will be myself, I believe Sam, Dalton, Sean, and our guest Arnold Jackson will be in the house. Super excited about that. Gonna find out his thoughts on the team so far this year, and also, sure he's gonna show Ivan some love, and then we're gonna talk about getting him into the ring of retired or honored jerseys, whatever it's called, for the next year. So we're going to start that movement. The movement's already been started, but we're going to continue that movement Thursday night by having him on the show. What else? We haven't got to talk about the Murray State win yet. I felt like it was a good win. We saw 9 different quarterbacks play. Chris, what's good? All right. Remind me, Chris, by the end of the broadcast, I'm going to give you my prediction. My Monday morning prediction. We played good against Murray State. I still feel like there's some things to work on the middle part of the defense. I feel like our D line is applying pressure. Cashmere, what's good? Throwing up the J's and the L's. It is what it is. Knock on wood. We haven't been. Our secondary is doing their job. I haven't heard our guy Brownlee or any of the secondary. I don't even want to pick on him. Haven't heard that they've got burnt for a touchdown or they're not playing good coverage. It's been quite the opposite. I'm happy. We just need to figure out whatever we need to do. And of course, when you're trying to replace the linebacking core we had last year. I mean, you lose Monty, you lose Yasir, D. Wall in the building, kinda. Use the guys, and I know Yaya played some linebacker, but you lose guys like that to the NFL and the SEC. Granted, our guy Monty, I talked to him last night. I don't know how much he's playing. I didn't ask him, but I do know he's only recorded 5 tackles during the first 2 games. He would have had that in the first half against Murray State. I digress. But it's going to take a little bit of time to replace that great linebacking core, and I feel like we had the young talent there to do it. We also lost, I think, Dorian Jones. Was Dorian Jones a linebacker? Because I know he left for Cincinnati with Coach Shatterfield, whatever you want to call him. So it is what it is. Antron, what's up? Thank you. Good to hear from you. As I say, good to see you too, but I don't. So for me, really, defense is a lot more difficult than the offensive issue. The offensive issue is real simple. Get the timing together. The quarterback timing, and you can't say he's not been consistent because in week 1 he threw for 247, and week 2 he threw. Week 1 he threw for 248, and week 2 he threw for 247. So he's consistent. The problem is he's also consistently over or under throwing the receivers or throwing the ball too low. That's something you can fix though. And again, when we talked to Chris, you may have heard of him, Chris Redman last week. He told us sometimes it just takes playing better teams and getting into the rhythm to get your consistency built up. So hopefully that's all the issue is now. But yeah, I mean, amazing. It's like the guy said last week. You're not going to get credit for a win. Very true, Chris. Very true. You're not going to get a ton of credit for winning that game anyway. We all kind of knew it was going to be a blowout. I I had called it a shutout before walking back on that one at the end of the week because you're like, well, as soon as I call a shutout, somebody else score in garbage time. But you weren't going to get much credit for that, and I think you could tell that by the polls where we didn't get any vote. We had votes in both of them last week, and this week one of them we didn't have any votes. Um, so we'll see. Uh, volleyball teams out there crushing top 10, top 25 opponents. They're undefeated. Um, field hockey smacking top 25 teams every week. They're undefeated. Football teams undefeated. There's one other team. I know it's field hockey, volleyball, maybe men's soccer. I think men's soccer, or they were. So don't quote me on that. But great time to be a Cardinal fan. Great time to be in the Ville. Let's see. Shout out to my cousin Keith, who lives in Indianapolis. Not sure I'm going to be able to make the trip because of my health, but and that sucks because I've been this game's been circled for me for a while because my dad's side of the family is from the Indianapolis area, and that would have been a great family reunion type situation. But I don't know. When I tried going somewhere not that far away. Detroit was only about a 5.5 hour drive. We went there for SummerSlam about a month and a half ago, and I felt horrible for about 4 or 5 days after that. So I understand that Indianapolis is only a 2 hour drive, 2.5, depending on the track. Well, it could be anywhere from 2 to 6 hours depending on construction on 65, but it is what it is. We'll see. I don't know. Still got mom at the house, so I don't really feel comfortable leaving her there by herself while I'm that far away. So it's just going to be a wait and see. I will see you all good people though at the Collision Course Crew tailgate next week for Boston College. Looking forward to seeing y'all being out there. Before y'all make fun of me because I probably will have to wear a mask. I'm not sure. I don't know where they'll have me set up, but with the issue, I mean, y'all know the issues that I had at the beginning of the year, it kind of made me immunocompromised. So I love y'all, but I'm not willing to catch a cold and die for y'all. Uh, I do a lot of things for Louisville Cardinal fans, but catching a cold and dying, not one of them. So stay tuned. But no, I will be at all the home tailgates for the remainder of the season. Make sure, again, they don't ever ask you for anything monetarily, but they do have a collection jar. Throw $5 in there. You're gonna get some great food. It's some of the best food I've ever had. Well, it is the best food I've ever had out at a tailgate that wasn't mine. And they're good people. They love having a good time. They play cornhole out there. Peyton Siva came out and blessed them last week and hung out with them. Sorry, looking at these dragonflies that are mating right next to my window, and I'm not getting out anytime soon now. But yeah, but I just want to make sure I gave y'all about 10 minutes on this Monday afternoon. Shout out to my guy Steve. He's down in Orlando being a chooch right now. If you follow him on Facebook, you can see him in all his various chooch shirts that he wears when he's down at Disney. So shout out to him. Um, let's see, anything else? We got Arnold Jackson coming up on the show this week. Uh, had Red and Ivan last week. Hmm. No, I think that might be about it. And I know we're about a minute short, but y'all have any questions, this is the time to put it in. As always, you can follow us on all the social media. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Card Sport Zone. You can follow us on YouTube at Cardinal Sports Zone, one word. You can follow us on Facebook at Cardinal Sports Zone, 3 words. Wes, it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be tardy to the party. That's where you can find us on social media. Um, if you want to support the podcast in any other way, I can throw up the show graphics real quick. It is what it is. Uh, where's it at? There it is. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, so I'll go ahead and take that down. But anyway, all you gotta do is hit me up on any of the social medias, and we'll get you in touch, or just wait till the Thursday show, and you'll see the graphics at the bottom. I'm not really sure why this is. Yeah, of course, I knew I couldn't change it while I was live, but let's see. Wes back Brom's gonna mop the floor with them. Absolutely, I feel like that's the case too. I don't. I see. So we were talking about this in the group chat the other day. Notre Dame is my 5-star worry. They're our only 5-star team on the schedule. NC State and Miami are 4 stars, and everybody else is 3 and below. So we shouldn't have any issues with anybody. Heard KP is implementing the defense in practice. How's it going? Remind me during the show, and we'll talk a little bit about that. I know it sounds corny. I don't want to give out my information for free, but I do want y'all to tune into the show. So I don't want to give away anything here that somebody might come to the show Thursday for. But we should have some basketball updates on Thursday. I'm trying to sneak in the practice facility again this week and watch practice, and it's hard for me. The only time I ever really get to sneak in is if there's somebody bigger than me that walks in front of me. But nevertheless, I got to get in here and get this workout in. I'm dreading it. I'm exhausted. I'm working out and I'm not really losing that much weight, but I think it's because I'm building muscle. So we'll see. I am exhausted. We got to make Cardinal Stadium the most hostile environment when Hartman comes back. Yeah, well, we know he likes that. That's really the only positive for us is we know he likes throwing the ball to us. So at L&N Stadium or Cardinal Stadium, whatever you want to call it. So we should be. I feel like that Notre Dame game's will be closer than most expect. Not just because Hartman likes to throw to us for touchdowns or fumble it for whatever. Give us the ball, but I I think that we'll play Notre Dame. If we beat Notre Dame, we're going to lose to Miami, and if we don't beat Notre Dame, we're going to beat Miami. It's something in my head says we won one or the other, but not both, honestly. So I got to hop off here and get in the gym. I got some text messages. Hi, Ashlyn. To return. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you Thursday night with Louisville Cardinal legend Arnold Jackson on the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. So then, hit me up on any of the social medias with any questions you have, any ideas for shows. Well, listen, I'll definitely check them out. Y'all know I'm probably the most fan friendly host in the city, so I look forward to it. And I'll holler at y'all later. This has been Live with 55. That's a L. That's a J. We'll see y'all later.